Welcome to another video and to another organ. This is church number 3 today, and I am at Evenwood Church, which is just near Barnard Castle, to look at this 2-manual pipe organ. Firstly, if you haven't been to this channel before, my name is Paul and I visit pipe organs all over the place, wherever I can get in. So if you haven't subscribed already, I would be ever so grateful if you would hit the subscribe button and join me on these visits. But without further ado, let's have a look at the organ. So this organ was built in 1909 by It replaced a previous organ that was destroyed by fire, I think in 1907, so it was replaced pretty quickly. It's quite a nice organ. I've never ever played it before. I've played a couple of notes on it, but we're going to have a look together and see what it's like. It's a lovely church, and hopefully this organ is equally lovely. But let's start by having a look on the grate stops, which are here on the right, and the grate manual is the bottom manual. Let's have a look. So the first stop on the grate is pretty much what you would expect. It is an 8-foot open diapason, which sounds like this. Pretty loud, probably because it's right here, right in front of you, but it sounds like it's pretty much in tune at the moment. So let's continue to the Dulciana, which is also an 8-foot of course, play at the same pitch as a piano. So the Dulciana. Very gentle, which is what you would expect from a Dulciana, but a very nice tone, and again nicely in tune. Staying on the 8-foots, we're moving to an 8-foot, obviously, whole flute, which sounds nice again. And a 4-foot, we have a harmonic flute. Let's try that with a Dulciana. With the whole flute. And the final stop on the grate is just a 4-foot again, I'm afraid, no, 2-foot. It looks like a newish stop head. I believe this was a gamba at some point. The original pipe work is stored on top of the swell box within the organ, so it is there to be replaced or returned if need be. But for now, it is a 4-foot 15th. Makes much more sense to have that principle rather than a string. So obviously that's the main sort of tuning stop, and it's part of the foundation stop, so it is important to have that. Let's try something on the grate, see what it sounds like. While we're here on the right hand side, let's have a look at the pedal stops. First thing to say is that the pedal board is a straight concave pedal board. There are two combination pedals, both operating the grate stops, and there is a balanced swell pedal which I've just had a little go of, and it hardly moves. It's pretty ineffective actually. Might be a mechanical fault, I don't know, but it doesn't seem to have much effect. But it's there. But the first stop on the pedals is a 16-foot sub bass. And we also have an 8-foot flute bass with a note off. Together. Bit out of tune, but it's pretty nice. Let's move on to the swell, which is the top manual. So again, we start with 8 foots. The very bottom stop is a violin diapason. Sounds really nice actually with that string effect. That's so nice. An 8-foot Lieblich gedackt. It's a flute. And a 4-foot again, we have a salisette. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is the equivalent of an 8-foot solitional, obviously a 4-foot salisette. Correct me again if I'm wrong. We have 2 reeds. The first is an 8-foot oboe, which has middle G off. And the final reed is an 8-foot horn. That's got plenty of power, that's quite nice. Finally, we have a Tremulant. I'm not the biggest fan, as you probably know. Boy, that's loud. let's try that with the violin diapason. Ooh. I don't believe for a moment that was created like that. It sounds like a machine gun. That is, there's definitely a fault there somewhere. It works though, but dear me, I would never ever use it. Again, while we're on the left hand side, we have the couplers, the usual you would expect, the swell to grate and the swell and grate to pedal, and we also have a swell super octave. Kind of makes up for the fact that we don't have a 2-foot on this organ at all. Let's try the violin diapason. This is with the super octave. Sounds okay. Let's try something on the swell. So you know, it's a decent organ. It does the job. It's nothing outstanding, but it seems pretty reliable. It does the job. There's an awful lot of air blowing out down here. It's freezing cold. The blower is right behind me here, which is quite noisy. Unfortunately, we don't have a 2-foot, but other than that, it does the job. What more can I say? I'd be interested in what you think of it, and please put the comments down there in the comments. But let's try something on the full organ and see if I can change my mind. Let's have a go. So not the best organ I've visited this week by any means, not even the best organ I've visited today, but you know, again, it does its job, and I'm sure it serves this church very well. But if you've reached this far, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to the people at this church for allowing me access. Thank you for watching. If you haven't hit the subscribe button already, I'd be ever so grateful if you would consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps. Leave a comment, leave a like, all that sort of stuff, and until next time, I shall see you later. Bye for now.